welcome to the next installment of the train, Vicar. This time I am on the Wairarapa train to Featherstone through the Remutaka tunnel. So it's a pretty nice train trip here today through some great landscapes, but also through a very long tunnel. The Remutaka tunnel is nearly 9 kilometers long, and it was opened on 3rd November 1955. The trip through the tunnel by train is quicker and more comfortable than across the road, which goes over the Remutaka ranges. There are about 5 train services each day in each direction through the Remutaka tunnel. These train services go from Masterton in the Wairarapa region to Wellington, the capital city. They take about 1.5 to 2 hours or so for the full trip, and they also stop at several intermediate stations such as Upper Hutt, Featherstone and Carterton. The trains are mainly used by commuters, so 3 trains in the morning go towards Wellington and 3 trains in the afternoon go back from Wellington to the Wairarapa. But other people use it as well, for example, people who want to spend a day in the Wairarapa region, or those just visiting friends or family or going to a different place. It's quite a diverse crowd sometimes using the trains. The scenery, especially on the Wairarapa side, is actually quite nice, especially just coming out of the Remutaka tunnel towards Featherstone, as you can look over the Lake Wairarapa. The carriages themselves are quite comfortable, and my wife said, "Oh, she's so reminded of Switzerland in this train. The comfortable ride, the nice surroundings, the tunnels, everything." To her, gave the impression that it was a really comfortable train, well run. Currently, the trains are hauled by DFB diesel locomotives, and the carriages are actually rebuilt from former British rail carriages. But they have a really smooth ride, even on the New Zealand narrow gauge. I want to reflect on 2 aspects of the Wairarapa trains. First of all is the Remutaka Tunnel and how those people in the 1950s, all those who financed, promoted, and actually constructed it, how they given future generations a piece of infrastructure that is helpful and useful to this very day. Another aspect of the Wairarapa trains is that they're an example here in New Zealand of a really good train service, what a medium distance train service could be and how they help to connect the communities. These trains provide a very good connection, and there's nothing quite like it. Trains can do that. And so here in the Wairarapa trains, we have an example. Of course, the service could be improved, but they are great for what they are, and they show that in New Zealand it can work too. Well, if we relate to the church, I think the church also can be grateful for the good things that it has inherited from past generations, be that the buildings, which give it a good base for mission, or the way into which the faith can speak into the culture. Similarly, churches can be communities that show the world what it could be like, how people can work together, how God can work in the world. And as such, they can be small examples of what the kingdom of heaven is like. And they may also give us hope, just like the Wairarapa trains give us hope about a good train system. And they're also a really enjoyable way to get around.